What's up, guys? So I wanted to make a video about the current market for purchasing Generation 3 Pokemon games. Now, what the Generation 3 games are, if you don't know, is this is Game Boy Advance SP, and then there's the Game Boy Advance that came out before it, and these games were cartridges that fit right into the bottom of it. They were perfect. It was a great pocket size game and system, and they were great. These are the most popular Pokemon games of all time. And they're also one of the easiest to make illegal copies of, fake copies of, piracy, all that good stuff. So I wanted to make a video about that. I have had one of these games for a long time, and another one I just bought and got ripped the hell off with. So the one that I bought when I was very young was this one. It came out in 2002 when I was 10 years old. And I bought it and loved it. And I've had this thing for, 14 years. You can see it's got the factory number on it. It's the legit copy. It's got the battery inside of it. Actually, quick side note, with this game, the internal battery ran out. And that's a problem for a lot of people with these games. And if you're considering doing a battery replacement, but you're scared to do it because people say stuff like, "Oh, it erases your game save file," don't listen to that. I did it with this game. In fact, I just bought a watch battery and I took electrical tape and taped it around. You can see it there. It's not intruding on the actual game itself. It's just there to hold the battery in place, and it's not going to go anywhere inside of this game because it's rather compact. But I replaced the battery myself, and it works great. It no longer says the battery's dry. It's fantastic. It's working just like it's brand new. So this one is my one I've had for a long time. This one right here I bought about 2 weeks ago, and I don't really play these games that much anymore. I was just feeling nostalgic, I guess, in light of the Pokemon Go hoopla, and so I just wanted to buy Emerald just because this is one that I had as well, and I sold it a while back, for beer money or who knows what. I was a college student, but I was just looking to make some extra cash, so I sold it. But I wanted to buy it again just to have it. And I know that these games are easily faked and illegal copies are made, so I made sure that what I was looking at looked like a legit one. And the thing about these games are a lot of the pirated copies that you buy are pretty obvious when you look at them. Like, a lot of the pirated copies of Emerald are going to be pretty much a solid green as opposed to a translucent or the see-through one that you see here. And also the label on the front is not going to be shiny like this. It's going to be just a straight up non-shiny label. So I saw this online and I said, oh, that looks pretty good. And the seller even didn't take a picture of the back of this one. He took the picture of the back of a fake one and put it on eBay. So that just is a whole nother thing going on there. But so for all intents and purposes, this one looked absolutely legitimate. Then I got it in the mail a couple days ago. I was all excited, and I opened it up, and something just did not look right. And the one thing that I noticed was there is no big round battery sitting inside. And I said, oh, that's weird. So I looked it up, and I thought maybe Emerald, since it was it came out 2 years later, maybe they didn't have the battery in it, but they did. All the Generation 3 games except for Leaf Green and Fire Red had the battery in it because there were events that happened in this crop of games that were based on the internal clock, which is done by the battery life, all that good stuff. So I took the screws, and by the way, you don't have to buy a tri-head screwdriver. You can just take a small pocket knife. It works the same. There's no reason in spending $5 for the actual thing and then $5 in shipping and end up spending $10 and having to wait when you just do it with a smaller pocket knife. But so let me get this open here and show you what I am talking about, because I feel like we should be informed as buyers. 1 second. I'm gonna open up the game. Okay, so I got Emerald open. Now it's about getting Ruby open. Okay. So, I have both the games open right here. Okay? Ruby, please excuse the electrical tape, has basically what's going on here is the actual element of the microchip that contains the game, if you can't see it, is horizontal. So the prongs that are going onto the actual board are on the sides. Okay? And there's a giant battery there. This is a legit copy. This is the emerald. Okay? Alright? Now, while that is horizontal like it's supposed to be, notice something about it. There is no battery on this. So, I opened it up and I said, well, damn it, I just got completely screwed over. So, I went to eBay and requested a refund, and I got it, and I actually get to keep the product, but that's beside the point. I don't want the product, you know, so. But it's good to have as reference for knowing what's fake and what's not. Now, there's a couple other things you can look at on it to make sure it's real or if it's a fake. The other thing is the back. You should be able to see the contact point. Oh, yeah, and look what just happened. Look at how easy that just came out. Okay, but that's beside the point. So, you should be able to see the contact point. The little vertical lines on the back that make contact with the inside of the SP, okay? You should be able to see through the back. See, do you see? You can see them on the copy of Ruby. You cannot see them on the back of here. In fact, there's other elements like that little part right there with the, let's see if I can make it, sorry for the quality here, guys. With the 4 little rectangles there, nothing right there, okay? So, that's another thing. And there's other little tiny features you can look at, like the numbers that are inside the that are on the actual chip. There's certain types for whatever region you bought the game in. They didn't match up, but you can't see those on a picture on eBay. And there's lots of other little stuff like the Game Boy Advance font on the top of the game looks different than it does on a real copy. But I really just wanted to make this video just to kind of inform people so that they'll be able to make good decisions with their money and that they're not going to get screwed over. Because there are people out there who are douchebags and make fake copies and people like us who get all excited about, you know, feeling nostalgic. These games we used to play as children, and we don't really take the time to research everything, and we rush through everything because we just want to get it. Guys, take your time. Don't get ripped off. There are legit copies out there. You may have to pay $10-15 more for them, but it is worth it because you know that they're going to be legit. So when you are online looking for a game, okay, one of the absolute number one thing you should look for is most of the time these games that the people sell that are legit copies, they're going to say something like, the internal battery is run dry. Okay, that is a absolute telltale sign that it is a legitimate copy because the person is telling you that the battery inside is run dry. The fake copies, they don't come with batteries, okay? Like I said, no battery in there. The real ones either do come with batteries that work or they come with batteries that have run dry, but you can buy them and replace them yourself. But if the seller says in the description that that there's a battery in there and that's run dry, that's one thing, that's one way that you know that it is legitimate. And if he doesn't list it on there, then ask him about it. And if he doesn't answer that, then don't buy it because it's fake. So, but yeah, just be informed and know that the market is still out there to buy these games, and there still are plenty out there. You just have to be able to sift through all the bullshit and find out which ones are real and which ones are not. Anyways, hope you guys have a great one, and yeah, enjoy.